Have you ever wondered why with vloggers and people who create daily content, sometimes they've got one video that's really good and then the next one is just bleh, and not all that great? It's all about workflow. Welcome to the epic. So, workflow is a huge issue when you're doing daily content. Typically for a movie, and I'm gonna see if I can throw some graphics on the screen if there's time. Probably not, but we'll see. Maybe there's a graphic there, maybe there's not. Workflow for me when I'm doing an actual production is I've got my script writing phase, and in the script writing phase, getting tangled in my gear. In the script writing phase, I develop my story and come up with locations and all of that, create a shot list, and then I go out and shoot the project. And I've scheduled the day, knowing which shots to get. I've got my setups, I've got everything planned so that I'm efficient enough to achieve the vision that I've got in my head, whether it's through storyboards or whatever it is. The day's done. We've shot the video, we've got proper audio set up, and then we go into editing. We edit the picture, maybe there's some visual effects. After we've got our picture story locked, then we move over to visual effects or any sort of on-screen graphics. You are either adding in explosions and you're doing all of this crazy graphics work, maybe like heads-up displays, also known as HUDs. Then you go into color correction, and maybe at the same time, if you've got a bigger team than just you, you're doing color correction and your audio mix. Audio mix might also have a composer, and that gets dropped in, and you've got all of these elements. You can do your sound mix, noise reduction, all of this stuff. Each process goes through this whole series of getting it to the best quality possible. And when you're doing a video every day and hitting that upload button, sometimes you realize, I don't have time to put in my visual effects, proper color correction, light this properly so it looks amazing, and even get good audio. So all of this is in reference to yesterday's video when I was talking about my development process of sometimes coming up with paintings, and I'm working on my second painting. The audio wasn't all that great. It was echoey, and I heard this weird tone that came from something in the GoPro where it just went in the lower register, and I didn't have time to really go in and figure out what it was, so I just jumped over into Adobe Audition, ran some filters, hoped for the best. It was super echoey, hoped that I could throw on a hard limiter to pull that echo out, and then throw some music in to match some of it, and all of that. Knowing that you've got daily content, don't expect it to be amazing every single time. Don't expect it to be this masterpiece, but what you can learn from it, the thing that you can expect from doing daily content, or even frequent content, twice a week, once a month maybe, depending on the size of production you're doing. And if it's by yourself, you can guarantee that you will learn what doesn't work, and you'll be able to approach for your next video a solution to avoid that thing that doesn't work. That's what I am learning from doing daily content. I now know that there's some weird issues with my GoPro. I know some tricks to fixing the audio. I also know how to get better audio using a proper microphone. This here is, I stepped out, so I'm a manual focuser as well. I have an old camera, the Canon 60D, and it was the generation before autofocus was introduced by Canon, so it's an older one. I get really good at nailing focus sometimes, so focus pulling techniques. Yo, shout outs to Cody, yeah? Manual focus. Knowing that if you're using like an actual microphone, like I'm pulling all of my, this one's not a great microphone, but it's fantastic for the price. An MXL 991. Link in the bio of my gear and audio stuff. You can get this on Amazon. I'm pretty sure. I got this microphone and knocking things over, and this microphone everything's set up for like fast VO recording. The 991, the other one's the 990. You can get those two microphones on Amazon for like $100, and they're really good. Like, I did a bunch of ADR for my feature film that got released nationwide, now worldwide, on DVD and video on demand. I did ADR in my bedroom with these two microphones that's in the final movie and sounds fantastic. You don't need a $1,000 microphone to record ADR for your movie. Like, if you're using a Rode VidMic Go, which is on the camera now, or the Micro, and you record your entire movie with that, why not record your VO with the same microphone? It'll sound the same. Learn from your mistakes. Know that you can get better content just by practicing and finding the holes in your workflow. So use your daily content not as becoming the next Steven Spielberg or Quentin Tarantino or James Cameron or whoever your favorite filmmaker is that makes millions of dollars making movies, but instead use daily content or even just posting on YouTube as a practice to know what works, how you can refine your workflow, and then you can take that into client work you might be doing. Your own indie film that you may only have $5,000 to make, you now know how to make it as fast as possible with as few problems as possible, and you have just become better. Subscribe if you haven't already. Kick that bell so you can be updated every time I post new content to this channel. Smash that like button, and I will see you in the next video. Stay focused. Focus. And keep creating, people. Okay, I'm not done. I've been drinking coffee all day, late night, trying to get this edit done for our screening on Monday. I have this new idea. Love to hear your thoughts. If you haven't heard of Action VFX, they make all sorts of cool little VFX elements for you to use, and there's some free ones you can download. I'm going to go through their free stuff and try and come up with a way to incorporate the VFX into upcoming videos. Probably we'll start that next week. If you're interested, come join me. If you want any sort of stuff, I've got a link below. It is an affiliate link, but a link below to where you can grab additional assets for your filmmaking endeavors. A lot of people use this stuff. It's updated, real cool. That's what's happening soon. There's also all these things all over the screen that you can click and enjoy more. So keep watching, friends. That's it. See you in the next video.